And honestly, it is heartbreaking. They just stopped attending the classes. I see for it because I was doing kind of bad in the last couple of exams. Hi guys, my name is Sanika and today I'm going to talk to you about my online semester experience at IIT Kanpur, and I'm also going to reveal my grades for my first semester here. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a first year's master's student at IIT Kanpur and my college started in September, which means that I have not even been to the campus.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And honestly, it is heartbreaking because firstly, the campus is so beautiful, and secondly, this would have been my first time living away from home because I've done my bachelor's from my hometown itself, so I've never had that hostel experience, and I was really looking forward to it this time, but yeah, you know what happened. Anyways, this video is inspired by Piyush Patel's this video where he is talking about his online semester experience. So I'll link that in the description and you can watch it later. Now coming to the main part, I had 4 courses this semester and all 4's evaluation methods were so different. For one of the courses, we did not even have exams, we had just assignments. And then for one of the courses, we had quizzes every single week. So in IITs, it really just depends on the professor how they want to evaluate. And a portal was created by IIT Kanpur for all the online activities. So all the video recordings would be uploaded on that portal, and that is where we had to submit our assignments and quizzes, and that is where we took our exams and everything. There was also a section to ask doubts to the professor or to interact with your peers called forums. And yeah, overall the portal was pretty good. It did what it was meant to do. So there were some advantages and some disadvantages of this whole online semester. I'll first talk about the advantages. The first advantage is the recorded lectures. Oh my god, I have no idea at this point how we even used to function without recorded lectures. And the best thing is that you can listen to these lectures at 2 times the speed. Now, the second advantage was that there was no compulsory attendance policy. So the lectures are anyways being recorded and uploaded on that portal. So the professors last semester, they did not really have any compulsory attendance policies. But what had happened because of that was that a lot of students actually took advantage of this, and I think by the end of it, near about 70% students, they just stopped attending the classes, and I guess the professors, they realized their mistakes. So for this semester, we do have compulsory attendance, either compulsory attendance or some marks will be given if you attend the class. So there is some incentive this semester to attend, but the last semester people would just bunk classes like anything. And the third advantage is that you get to live in the comfort of your own home. Now, I guess this is more applicable for people who have their own space, like their own rooms and such. So I do have my own room, and I actually don't mind living with my parents. All of my needs are taken care of. I don't have to go out to the mess or the canteen for the food. I don't have to take my clothes and take it to the dhobi. So I don't have to do all of these tasks, and that's why it's kind of an advantage. Now talking about the disadvantages. The first one is that the online classes took a toll, like seriously. So there are few of these courses which actually did not translate well from the offline to the online mode, and they would have been much more fun in the offline mode. For example, for my psychology class, the professor actually likes to keep the classes interactive. So he adds like these small activities in the middle of the presentation, and he makes us all do it and then respond, and then we would learn by interacting. But what would happen in the online classes is, firstly, it's Zoom, so everybody's cameras are off, and half of the people, they never talked in class. So I don't know what they were doing. They were either sleeping or they had zoned out or they were doing something else on the side. But because of that, the interactiveness of the class, it just decreased like drastically, and I feel it would have been way more fun had it been face to face. Now, the second disadvantage is that no personal connection with your friends, with your classmates, with your professors, nothing. So I am really good friends with all of my masters people from my department, but in classes in IITs there are people from undergrad to postgrad to PhD, and everybody is from different departments as well. So you actually can learn different things from everybody, and everyone has a different skill set. But because of this online thing, you don't really get to interact a lot with these people. And I would say that's kind of a missed opportunity. So the next disadvantage is all the internet related issues. So the portal that IIT Kanpur had made was actually pretty good, and it was supposed to work with slow internet as well. But sometimes it's not about the slow internet. Sometimes you just have no internet. So in those cases, nothing can make it work. And sometimes I know where people have missed their deadlines for the assignments and quizzes because of the internet issues. I myself have missed like 2 deadlines for some exams, and then later on I just mailed it to the professors, and thankfully the professors were really understanding and they accepted my papers. But sometimes what would happen is the exam would be on the portal, and it was an MCQ option type of an exam. So in that case, it is not something where you can mail it to the professor later. You have to solve it right there and there. And if you miss that, it's actually irreversible. So even the professors, they can't do anything about it, and you will lose that marks. And the last disadvantage is that the exams were way more difficult. I think that the professors from my department are generally against this concept of proctoring, so none of my exams were proctored. But it is also a natural tendency of human beings to take advantage of such situations. So the professors, they design like innovative techniques to conduct their exams. Some of them, they took open book tests, and if you have talked to anybody who gives open book tests, they will always say that open book tests are more difficult than the normal exams. And I can attest to this as well. Open book tests are way more difficult. Or another trick that they would apply is they would take like a 2-hour exam in a 1.5-hour slot, so that the people would not be able to discuss with each other. And for one of my courses, my professor actually took a Viva as a final exam. I've personally never heard of something like this before. Who takes a Viva for a final exam? Now that was all about my online experience. Now let's talk about my grades. So as I said, I had 4 courses this semester. The first course was Computational Tools for Cognitive Science, which was basically just related to coding. And I got an A in it, which was also kind of expected because I'm a computer science engineer. Moving on to the second course, it is Fundamentals of Cognitive Psychology. So this was my first time doing a psychology course ever. I've never done it, not even like a Coursera or Udemy kind of course, nothing. And I was expecting maybe like a B for this because while I was not bad at it, I was far from good. But the professor actually, he was just really lenient for this course somehow, and I got an A. So that was a little unexpected, but a pleasant surprise nonetheless. The third one is Basic Statistics, Data Analysis and Inference. Yeah, I was expecting a C for it because I was doing kind of bad in the last couple of exams, but somehow I got a B, and this was unexpected as well. And the last course is Cognitive Neuroscience. I was okay at this course, not like really good, not really bad. I thought I would get either a A or a B. I wasn't sure, but I ended up getting an A, so that's good. So my final result is 3 A's and 1 B, which is pretty good actually, and that makes my GPA to be 9.46, which is not bad. Like anything above 8 for me is fine. So that was my online semester experience at IIT Kanpur, and those were my grades. One last thing I would like to add is that I don't know how the other departments are, but the professors from my department, they're actually pretty chill and understanding, and they tried not to put unnecessary stress on us. If we say that we want some deadline extended, and if it was a consensus in class, then the professors would actually extend the deadlines. And sometime in the middle of the semester, IIT Kanpur had actually conducted a institute-wide survey of all the students to see if the students are feeling stressed about the online semester. And it was found out that a lot of the students were actually feeling more stressed than they would have in a normal semester. So because of that, many of the professors, they actually reduced the number of assignments, they reduced the number of quizzes, and that was really nice of them to do because if you remember, at that point, the general vibe of the country was not really that good. Abhi people have started to, फिर से enjoy life. But at that point, everybody was just stressed and scared. And the professors, they took like extra efforts not to add on to that stress. So ended this whole thing on a positive note, and that was my experience for the first semester, which was completely online. And now my second semester is also online again. I hope they call us back for the second year at least, because it's anyway a 2-year program, and out of that 1 whole year I'm spending at home. And if they don't call us back next year, then I might be the first student in the history of IIT who has graduated without even going to our campus. So yeah, that was it for my this video. I'll see you next week.